we have a dedicated playlist about CAT, the Civil Air Transport, an airline that CIA clandestinely acquired in 1950 and used it extensively in covert and clandestine operations during the Cold War era. We've seen a desk calendar from 1966, a lighter and some of CAT's internal magazines, talking about its then brand new Mandarin jet, and even some passport holders that also CIA has on display at its close to the public spy museum. And in this episode, we have another artifact that we'll be using as a means to talk about one of the many covert operations where CAT played a key role. Those small, decorative, handmade wooden skewers. CAT, in an effort to appear like a normal, legitimate airline, was offering those as a gift that travelers could buy to remember their experience traveling with this fancy Asian airline. But behind such benign promotional items, there were so many secrets that it's hard to comprehend. An excellent resource about CAT's clandestine and covert activities is the 1984 book Perilous Missions, Civil Air Transport and CIA Covert Operations in Asia, written by William Leary, one of the most well-known American aviation historians. So let's read a small snippet from there, talking about a CIA paramilitary operation related to Leary, an anti-communist Chinese general backed by the CIA. If OPC hoped to transform Leary's ragtag army into a force capable of invading Yunnan with even the slightest chance of success, modern weapons would have to be provided. CAT, of course, was the perfect deniable agent for the covert airlift. Operation Paper began in early February of 1951. 3 C-46s and a C-47, flown by Captains Robert L. Brongersma, Charles E. Hayes, Robert C. Snoddy, and Harold W. Wells, picked up arms and ammunition from CIA stocks on Okinawa and carried them to Bangkok on February 7th, the first of the many such flights. Handling arrangements in Bangkok was Sherman B. Just, head of Sea Supply Company, a CIA's commercial cover organization in the Thai capital, a Princeton graduate, and one of the top combat commanders of OSS Detachment 101 in Burma during the Second World War. Just expedited supplies in the Leary project, while operational control remained with Cox. CAT stationed a C-47 at Bangkok's Dum Muang Airport to transport the weapons to Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai in northern Thailand. From there, the Thai border police arranged delivery to Leary. Initially, Chief Pilot Russelot and Snoddy flew the C-47. After Snoddy accidentally shot himself in the leg while playing with a pistol, E.C. Kirkpatrick took over as a co-pilot. Arthur D. Wilson and Dutch Brongersma later replaced Russelot. Leary moved out of Mongsat in April and marched 175 miles north to Mong Mao, cut airdropping supplies en route. The KMT troops invaded Yunnan in early May. All went well at first. Leary advanced 60 miles into the border province, joined local guerrillas, and threatened the airfield at Mengsa. But local communist units soon reacted sharply and effectively. The Salvation Army was back in Burma by the end of the month, having suffered heavy casualties. A second major incursion into China came 2 months later. CAT airdrops enabled Leary's subordinate, General Liu Ko-chuan, to set up a staging base at Mongyang, 90 miles north of Mongsat. In July, Liu led 2,000 men across the border and headed toward Menglong. Within a week, communist forces had chased Liu's shattered column out of Yunnan. As discipline and morale collapsed, The dispirited national troops found it less dangerous and more profitable to plunder peaceful Burmese border villages than to fight communists. The Leary project had accomplished little. There had been no general uprising in Yunnan, and Peking had not diverted troops from Korea. Support of the nationalists had only poisoned American-Burmese relations. Ambassador David M. Key, who had not been briefed about the covert operation, cabled a scathing report from Rangoon to Washington on August 15th. Of course, we aren't going to read the full book, but hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the covert activities that a seemingly commercial airline was doing in parallel to passenger flights in Asia. Apparently, we highly recommend this book, and hopefully this small snippet of it gave you a glimpse into the duality of this front organization. Offering promotional items like these to unsuspected travelers, while at the same time conducting covert weapons deliveries to support anti-communist paramilitary operations. Similar activities take place today too, but it will take a long time until those become publicly known. So this little item here reminds us nicely that any time we interact with a commercial entity, we have to remember that there might be more than meets the eye. Nothing is as it seems.